G'day everyone, Daniel O'Grady here and welcome to another WasabiCars video. Thank you so much for joining me for this monthly update. Now this is the May 2015 update and in it I will be talking about how I go about choosing the cars to do in my videos. You know, actually before today I wasn't really sure how I did it. It's sort of random, but anyway. I wrote down a few different things that influences my decision and to some extent your requests, which usually I'm not able to accommodate, so apologies for that, but I will explain all. First, I would like to just briefly chat about Patreon. Now, I think there's perhaps a misunderstanding about how much money us YouTubers make, like we must be rich. It's really quite poor, and I do rely on my Patreons quite a lot actually to get me to car shows, to pay for microphones and memory sticks and all sorts of things. So yeah, I would like to, if I can, push a few of you over to Patreon, and I have gifts for you all. So everyone who signs up to Patreon, let me know your address in a message on Patreon and you can get a sticker. Now the deal is that you have to, I guess, contribute $1 a month, guys. $1 a month. That is, I think, not much, and it would mean the world to me. It really, really would. Seriously, $1 a month. And hey, if you are generous enough to donate perhaps $5 or $10 a month, heck, I'll throw 2 stickers your way. Just let me know your address in a message on Patreon. Truly, it would make a huge difference, guys. Please consider. Now, let's jump into the topic at hand. How I go about choosing the cars in the video. Now, number one, the most important factor is I need to be enthusiastic about the car, or about the experience that I had shooting the car, or I met the owner, super friendly, and you know, the whole thing was just fun and exciting. That is the sort of video that would get bumped up the list quite a lot. Also, if I see a car that truly knocks my socks off, and a couple I would like to point out, the recent 4-door R33 GTR, that surprised the hell out of me, and soon after seeing it, I made that video. Another one was the Silvia RSX. Wow. Forever I had been getting requests for that car, and in my mind, I guess after all the times I had to say, sorry, I've never seen one, in my own mind, it kind of elevated that car to unicorn status. And when I saw it, bam, I made that video almost straight away. So that's the sort of thing that is going to get me to make a video. Also, the LB Works Ken Mary that I saw at the Fukuoka Custom Car Show, that was a great experience, and I made that video pretty quick smart after seeing it. The next factor I have written down here is, you know, WasabiCars now is so far from where it started, and I don't mean in numbers or, you know, how you could measure it, but I guess the cars, and I used to walk around, see junky rusty cars on the side of the road, made videos of them with a camera in my hand. That's how I used to do it. So what I'm trying to do every now and then is to pull it back, you know. I can never go back there. Unfortunately, I've learnt too many things, for good or for ill. It's just, it can never go back to there. So recently I did that video of a Nissan Laurel C231, had the camera in my hand, it was a rusty grungy car, and yeah, I want to pull it back, sort of back towards where I was going. Another example would be the Nissan Bluebird 1800 3S, that brown bronzy color one. You know, that was a real WasabiCars, and that really excited me. So yes, that is another factor. The fourth factor is I need variety. Now, excuse me, my dinner is making itself known. Now, I need variety. Now, think about the cars that I just mentioned. I mentioned about 5 or 6. The 4-door GTR, the Silvia RSX, the LB Works Ken Mary from Kato Wataru, the Nissan Laurel, the Nissan Blue, all Nissans. Seriously, you go to a Japanese car show, you walk around, it's just Nissans, wall-to-wall Nissans, and some Toyotas. But Nissans dominate. So variety is very, very important, and not just within, you know, Japanese manufacturers, but also worldwide. And recently-ish, I did a Mustang, I did a BMW, and I did a Mercedes Ute. So I try to mix it up a little bit there. I would love to include more Holdens, but sadly there are very few around. But stay tuned, guys. There's a really amazing Holden coming up very, very soon. Ooh, excited. So yeah, And that's why, sorry, getting back to variety, I try to include things like really oddball Daihatsus or Suzukis. Suddenly, right? Got to mix it up. Next, the owner. Yeah, they've got to be, I guess, let me tell you all about it, guys. Until recently, I've really been keeping my distance from owners at car shows and the people, the crowds. I find when you become entrenched in a certain circles, or any circle really in Japan, social circle, you know, it begins to get very heavy with obligations and expectations, which is why I don't want to deal in parts or get in cars, or I don't want the it's just too thick of a layer, and it's too much responsibility and obligation, as I said. So I really have been trying to keep my distance, but you know, car show after car show, I'm seeing the same people, and it's inevitable that I will get to know them, which is not a bad thing, but it just comes with at a cost, you know. And I guess I'm an individual, which is not how people generally are in Japan. They're very social group animals. So for me, with my individual fighting spirit, and I want to do my own thing, this is seen as very selfish. This is a very selfish mindset. So it's hard for me to shed that and to be entrenched in the social circles here. What am I talking about? So yeah, I'm getting to know owners more, is what I was trying to say, and when I see the owner time and time again, and I think to myself, gee, I made a video of your car 2 years ago and I still didn't make that video yet. You know, then that sort of pushes that video further up the list towards getting made, because how do I look at them in the eye every single time and think, oh gee, sorry mate, I didn't do that yet? Which is why I did a video recently. Let me just get to the top here. I'll click that button. What was that? That Nissan Laurel Buttercats, the green one. Spoke to, you know, super friendly owner. Great, but I just had to make that video. So that's another factor. Wow, what are we at the 7-minute mark? Wow. Now, coming to requests, I do get the odd requests. I mentioned the Sylvia before. You know, I get really bizarre requests from, like, I said this before, modern European cars, which I've never seen, old Japanese cars, which I've never seen. Recently, was it a C31 or C32 Nissan Laurel? Never seen one, or so rarely see them. Can't make videos of cars, even really common everyday shopping trolley cars that we saw back in Australia or in America. They're everywhere. They're not here. Especially from the 80s, they've disappeared. And anyway, so cars that people would expect are everywhere just are not here. So sometimes I can't fulfill requests because the cars don't exist, or because they don't get me enthusiastic, which was the first point I was trying to make. Okay guys, well, you probably don't know this, but this is like the 60th or 70th take at this video. Hopefully this is a winner, and hope you're all well. And guys, please consider Patreon. $1 would mean the world. It really, really would. I will send you a gift. Also, because I'm trying to get my family to visit Australia in August, so my kids can see their grandparents, my parents. I'm selling all my good stuff on eBay. I'm selling stickers. I'm selling t-shirts. Just coincidence, guys. This was just sitting there. I spilt sauce on my t-shirt today at dinner. Threw this t-shirt on. But guys, I'm just selling everything. Sorry, I'm pushing. But if you want to consider, if you want to help me out, that would be much appreciated. And I'm out of here, guys. It's Friday night. I need a beverage. My God. Take it easy, everyone. Goodbye.